Good morning, everyone. Welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and I have a interesting pick of the week for you. If you're new to the channel, this is where we talk about some of the new reissues, represses, and new releases that came out today on New Release Friday. Start with a pick of the week. Down below you'll find a list that is in somewhat alphabetical order, and it gives you prices. We don't talk about every single thing on the list, but just a few picks here and there, and let's get to it. Oh, and just to bring you all up to speed on the Little Shop of Horrors Nightmare saga that's going on here. Let's all keep our fingers crossed. My new girl started last Sunday, and so far so good. Seems to be picking things up pretty sharp. Glad to hear it. It's very nice to speak to someone who doesn't respond to you with either the blank glazed over look or yeah, got it, and then they don't got it. So that's been very typical. So anyway, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I am quietly confident this is going to be really nice. The other good news is that Ronaldo, who you guys already know, has been out with an injured knee and came back for his first day yesterday. We still just kind of have him doing some work at the desk. He can sit and do that. So slow healing, but I just feel good having him in the room. It's so nice to have him back. So welcome back, Ronaldo. Maybe, things are looking at October magic. Okay. Anyway, let me get to my pick of the week for you. And this is The Darkness, and it's Permission to Land. Again, this is the 20th anniversary reissue collection that Atlantic Catalog Group has just put out. So it was originally released in 2003 via Atlantic Records, and it went to the top of the UK albums charts, where it remained for 4 weeks and then spent 53 weeks in the top 100. It achieved the band 3 Brit Awards, including British Album of the Year, British Group, and British Rock Act, where they fended off competition from the likes of Blur and Radiohead and the Sugar Babes and Muse and Primal Scream and bands like that were very popular indie bands at the time. So pretty stiff competition. This record has sold over 1.4 million copies to date, and I have it for you on what they're calling the 20th anniversary limited edition blue marbled vinyl, and that's indicated on the sticker here. So, and it does come on black as well, but that's, people more and more are so into colored vinyl. But if that wasn't enough, here is the 5 LP Super Deluxe box set. This includes the full original album, rare B-sides, and bonus unreleased demos, as well as live albums from their iconic shows at London's Astoria in 2003, and Nebworth in support of Robbie Williams in 2003, and Wembley Arena in 2004. So this is a nice, hefty box, and it also has new liner notes and unpublished photos in here as well, if you get the deluxe box. And as a value add, if you pick up either one, there is this magnet strip that has just 4 different magnets of The Darkness that, it's just for your fridge. It's a nice little, just, a little fun thing. Okay, so that is pretty cool. Now let's just go for a couple of things, and then we really need to talk about the Rocktober campaign that's going on, okay? So, like, in no particular order, we're just going to go with this. This is the only Christmas album I'm going to talk about, although they seem to already be coming in. This one is the various artists' Alligator Christmas collection through Alligator Records. And first ever vinyl release of this genuine house rock and holiday classic. 14 of Alligator Records' best-known artists perform a down-home mixture of Yuletide favorites and new holiday originals. Here's to a not-so-silent night. The original songs include tracks by Coco Taylor, Lonnie Brooks, Lil Ed and the Blues Imperials, Clarence Gatemouth Brown, Kenny Neal, William Clark, Little Charlie and the Nightcats, and Sapphire, the Uppity Blues Woman. So those are the originals. There are some covers on here that are also pretty cool. You got like Elvin Bishop doing the little drummer boy. What else have we got here? Oh, Charlie Musselwhite doing Silent Night. Things like this. Okay, so anyway, that is on red vinyl, pressed on red vinyl, okay? Then this is a really interesting piece. This is Roger Waters, and this is Dark Side of the Moon Redux. And this comes to us through Cooking Vinyl. This is a release, is his homage to the original Dark Side of the Moon. So he says, when we recorded the stripped down songs for the lockdown sessions, the 50th anniversary of the release of the Dark Side of the Moon was looming on the horizon. It occurred to me that Dark Side of the Moon could well be a suitable candidate for a similar reworking, partly as a tribute to the original work, but also to readdress the political and emotional message of the whole album. And also, it's a way for me to honor a recording that Nick and Rick and Dave and I have every right to be proud of. So as a founding member and lyricist and principal composer of Pink Floyd, during the band's most influential creative period, Roger Waters has achieved a global success and global renown. He co-founded Pink Floyd in the mid-60s. Under his guidance, Pink Floyd made a series of their best-selling albums during the 1970s, of which the most successful and iconic were Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, Animals, The Wall. So, you know, pretty good stuff, right? Roger Waters left Pink Floyd in '85 and is now one of the most successful solo artists in the world. This is an exclusive blue vinyl 2 LP set. I just thought it was an interesting release, so, you know, should bring that to your attention. Okay, next up is this big hefty thing, and this is, okay. This is Van Halen, the Collection 2. And this comes through Rhino Warner Records. Oops, sorry. Yeah. Okay, this spotlights Van Halen's second incarnation with singer Sammy Hagar, guitarist Eddie Van Halen, drummer Alex Van Halen, and bassist Michael Anthony. The upcoming set here, well, it's today. It includes newly remastered versions of 4 multi-platinum studio albums, along with a selection of rarities that were recorded between '89 and 2004. All the music is in the set was mastered directly from the original master tapes, a process overseen by the band's longtime engineer, Don Landy. The Collection 2 is a long-awaited sequel to The Collection that came out before, and a compilation released in 2015 that focused on the 6 studio albums recorded by the band's original lineup, okay? So that features David Lee Roth. So The Collection 2 picks up where its predecessor left off, and it covers the 4 consecutive #1 albums released during the Hagar era. 5150 from 1986, OU 812 from 1988, For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge in 1991, and The Balance in 1995. So it concludes with studio rarities from 1989 to 2004, an exclusive compilation that assembles 8 gems from the Hagar era for the first time. Among these rarities is Crossing Over, the B-side to Balance's Can't Stop Loving You, and the band's non-album B-side. The compilation boasts another exceptional highlights, like that includes the band's cover of Little Feat's An Apocalyptical Blues, and the instrumental called Baluchitherium, which were originally left off the vinyl sessions of OU 812 and Balance respectively. So additionally, the set features 2 songs the band contributed to the Twister soundtrack, Humans Being and Grammy-nominated Respect the Wind. Okay, rounding out the set are It's About Time, Up for Breakfast, and Learning to See, which were recorded during the band's temporary reunion with Hagar in 2004. All 3 debuted that year on Van Halen's second greatest hits collection, The Best of Both Worlds. So this is the #2 box for the Sammy Hagar years, and it comes with your value add is going to be the slip mat. Okay, so that was a mouthful, but there's a lot to say about that one. Okay, this is my my vanity piece because I love them so much. This is one of my favorite bands. This is Blitz and Trapper. Cheap Fantastical Takedown. This is through Yep Rock Records. They return with their first new music since 2020 with Cheap Fantastical Takedown. And it's a limited edition 12-inch single. And it features their unmistakable cosmic alternative sound. The 12-inch features 3 new songs and is limited to 500 copies worldwide. And we got 2. And I guess I'm thinking about maybe I want one of these. I pretty much do. Okay. Available exclusively at independent retailers. The 12 inches pressed on opaque red vinyl and pressed at the state-of-the-art facilities at Citizen Vinyl in Asheville, North Carolina. The vinyl lacquer was cut and mastered by Adam Gonzalez at Telegraph. And Telegraph mastering. Anyway, there you go. Red vinyl, opaque red vinyl. Love Blitzen Trapper, and it plays at 45 RPM. Okay, then I just wanted to talk about this. This is Cowboy Junkies Lay It Down. This is through Real Gone Music. And this is a sonic treat. It's like full of gorgeous guitar tones from Michael Timmons and the haunting vocals of his sister Margot Timmons and beautiful arrangements. And 1996, Lay It Down. It's, you know, this is, was it... It says, well, it's the vinyl debut of this. It wasn't their debut record. It's the vinyl debut of this particular album. Okay, and there is one big difference between this album and its predecessors. This one really rocks, and it's like particularly hard sometimes, like on the Crazy Horse-esque Canadian hit that was called A Common Disaster, Just Want to See, and the Paisley Underground style title track. The pared down quartet lineup accounts for some of this tougher approach, but producer John Keane definitely shaped the album's sound, lending these songs they sound like the Athens REM kind of vibe that transport the Junkies out of their customary Americana alt country territory and a little more indie rock feel on this one. So it is a mature album tackling complex themes, the onset of Alzheimer's from the perspective of an elderly afflicted couple, and with the confidence of the band at its peak power. So, you know, it's not all just heavy subject matter, but it does address things like that. And it's a long overdue for a release on LP. And at Real Gone, they're really proud to present it on this pristine black vinyl inside a jacket of a printed inner sleeve with lyrics. This is a great listen. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention as well. Okay, so that's like a little smattering of just eye-catching titles. But now we need to talk about the fact that we are kicking off the official Rocktober 2023 vinyl festivities today with the slate of 27 limited edition LPs spread across each Friday of the month. Okay, so new releases will arrive each Friday of the month ahead, and including 6 of them that are also part of the semi-concurrent Atlantic 75 campaign that we talked about in September, a campaign that celebrates the iconic record label's Diamond Jubilee. And as we previously noted then that Atlantic partnered with Acoustic Sounds for select 180-gram, 45 RPM black vinyl versions of classic Atlantic albums that in that campaign, to be pressed on quality record pressings, which will use an all analog source material as much as possible. So let's just talk about some of these Rocktober releases. All right, let's. They will be made available exclusively at select RSD favored shops while supplies last. Okay, so for October 6th here, we've got Hunting High and Low, Aha. And this is on orange vinyl. I've got Bad Company 10 from 6. And want to find the vinyl color for you. Hang on. Pages are sticking together. Okay, this one is on translucent milky clear vinyl. We have Bad Company self-titled. And this is on crystal clear diamond vinyl. We have The Last Waltz, 3 LPs. This is on black vinyl. We have Buffalo Springfield, again, this is mono on crystal clear diamond vinyl. We have the Cars Greatest Hits on translucent ruby red vinyl. Foreigner on crystal clear diamond vinyl. And you know, that's what we were saying too with the Jubilee anniversary for Atlantic. These stickers will indicate that 75 years, and most of them are, if not all of them, are on that crystal clear diamond vinyl. Okay. All right. This is, the Grateful Dead, Madison Square Garden, New York. And this is 5 LPs, and it is on black vinyl. Then we have Iron Butterfly, Inagata Devita, 140-gram crystal clear diamond vinyl. Then we have the MC5 High Time. This one is clear with yellow splatter vinyl. We have MC5 Back in the USA. And this one is on 140 gram crystal clear vinyl. You can see the kind of in tandem we were talking about. See, this is the Rocktober sticker, and that one is the Diamond Jubilee. But again, they're all kind of under the Rocktober umbrella, even if they are part of that Atlantic series, okay? Then we have MC5 Kick Out the Jams, and this is ultra clear with red splatter vinyl, okay? We have Matchbox 20, Yourself or Someone Like You, and this one is 140 gram crystal clear diamond vinyl. We have the Monkees Greatest Hits on yellow vinyl. We have Portugal the Man Woodstock on 140 crystal clear diamond vinyl. Okay, and we have this one actually though. Okay, this one is Stone Temple Pilots, thank you. 2 LPs on opaque sky blue plus sunflower etching. So it's like 3 sides in the sunflower etching on the 4th. Now this is the greatest hits for the first time on vinyl. 2 LP set. It features Interstate Love Song, Plush, Vaseline, Creep, and more. And again, like I said, part of the Rocktober series. Okay, there's also Talking Heads, True Stories. This is on translucent red vinyl. There is Talking Heads, Little Creatures on opaque sky blue vinyl. Van Morrison, Astral Weeks on olive colored vinyl. We have Yes, Yes Singles on yellow, orange, and black splatter vinyl. And to round it out, you get ZZ Top's Best Of on translucent blue vinyl. Okay, guys, so that is like a Rocktober. What do I have? I have some Rocktober stickers that go along with a purchase of one of these fine titles, okay? So we are just about to hit the 18-minute mark, so I think we did pretty good today. Keep your fingers crossed for me that everything keeps us smooth sailing here, and I hope you found something cool in the Rocktober or the Darkness reissue, the Van Halen box set, Blitz and Trapper. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff, and even some things we didn't get to talk about. Like, I knew I would go on too long if we started talking about the soundtrack to The Corpse Bride, Tim Burton's other beautiful animation. So that's here. Just check out the list. There's some good stuff. Anyway, everyone have a wonderful weekend. I'm hoping that this might be my last 6 days in a week run. So if everything keeps on a good roll and Ronaldo's good to come in on Saturdays and at least supervise, then maybe I can start going back to 5 days a week. I'm super excited. Okay. Anyway, I am going to do that Dope Lemon show too. You know, we talked about that last week and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I went ahead and I just pulled the trigger on those tickets because I really, really want to see that. So anyway, everybody keep everything crossed. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next time.